Oh, hey, what's up? Wait, real quick. I gotta say first, before y'all hit the comments and I get super embarrassed, that as I was sitting here waiting to turn around and see you, I noticed very self-consciously that my energy is super high and I'm running a background repeat. So yes, it's true. I did not juice up my background repeat with my on-hand energy and I used pots instead. But I noticed it first before you did. And why did I notice it first? I think it's because I've been watching all these murder mysteries lately. And I have this thing, my brain really like entrenches itself in whatever entertainment I'm like spending my time with. So I've talked about before, like if I'm doing a bunch of Mario Kart, that like I just have to be first on the road, get in front of the car in front of me. And not in a dangerous way. I'm a very safe driver. But when I'll be playing like an open world game, and I'll just like see a little spot of land, or even just like a weird little shack of a thing, I'll think like, ooh, what's in there? Like when I was playing Final Fantasy 15, and like every little blue speck I would try and find in the game, and then like I'd be driving and I'd see like a blue sock on the road. Ooh, I want to go grab that. No, stop, keep driving. So that kind of a thing, really gets me going. Oh yeah, playing Baldur's Gate a bunch of times, Baldur's Gate 3, so much, and then, you know, you're a little too polite to the cashier at the grocery store, and then you're thinking they might try to dance with you later, or take you out behind a tree, so, don't want to give off the wrong vibe there, so anyway, a lot of that really springs to my brain when I'm enjoying something. So all these murder mysteries, man, have me spinning so many tales. Everywhere I go, I'm looking at, because you never know who's going to be the victim, who's going to be the murderer. That's always really hard to figure out in the beginning, which is the point. But like I'll be going on a morning walk, and there'll be like one of those cranny things that's like putting somebody up on a roof, and there's one guy that's like sitting at the bottom. It's like, what is he doing? Is he alive in there? Is he dead? Is he poisoned? Is he gonna like keel over and then like fall on like the shift thing, and then the guy that's up at the top is gonna die, or the thing is gonna like start running backwards super fast at me, and I'm the intended victim. I don't know. So keep finding little mysteries in my daily life, or just spotting victims, spotting killers. So I've been really busy with that. Anyhow, it's at least kept my brain busy in the last couple weeks, because you know what I wasn't doing is I wasn't talking to you guys about Garuda, because I'm not going to do that. It's really not my job to talk to you guys about espers. It's more like it's your job to talk to me about espers, because I just want to know who to put them on, and what they're good at. But like, look at this fool. This is not your Final Fantasy 16 Garuda. This is not the same Garuda as Final Fantasy 16 at all. He's a terrifying Garuda. And in fact, one of the murder mysteries I was watching had this like freaky looking, like kind of werewolfy thing going on. It was just like a costume, but it had like scary talons, kind of like Wolverine talons. And like scary fangs, similar to this, I guess. And then I had this dream the other night about this like frog was sporting all sorts of pointy teeth, which frogs don't have, and scary talons, so metal talons too. So it was just like one of those things where I can tell that I'm being heavily influenced. So I was not going to talk about this guy. Now he's been on my screen so much that I might have a negative, scary dream about him. So we're gonna switch off of you real quick, hideous Garuda, and talk about Ramada, because she's the girl who's here this week, and she's got a lot of things to say sometimes. Let's be honest, they're not always interesting. Sometimes she goes on and on and on about really mundane things, and then other times she doesn't give you the pertinent information that you're wanting, like, where were you, Ramada? Like, this was your one chance to tell me something. I feel like there's several things in these games that I was a little slow to realize were included, and where was she there? I don't know. I was gazing at the stars or something like that. Yeah, so on that note, had to come up with a drink for her, I like to try to have a drink. Well, I like to say what she's drinking, or the character unit, whatever, is drinking. But I also like to kind of theme my own drink if I can. I can't always, and like sometimes I drink crap I don't like because they're like a really stupid idiot character. Right now, I am drinking my Larceny bourbon. And what I think Ramada is going to be drinking is probably absinthe. Because, like, let's be honest, she claims she's talking to the stars. Have we ever heard the stars talk? No, we haven't. It doesn't mean she's lying, necessarily. But, like, obviously, she's going to be a little bit inspired. So she seems the type that would be sipping on that. What am I going to be drinking? Well, I don't have any absinthe. But what I'm going to do, and this is a crime. I'm going to pour some of my white wine into my bourbon here. I know, horrible. But the idea is that, hated looking at it as I was doing it. The idea is that I gotta drink like I'm gonna see stars. Ha ha. So that's kind of that's what I'm going for here. Yeah. Anyway. It's not the abomination I thought it was going to be, but I mean, I don't recommend it. Both of these things are better individually as they are, but don't worry, I didn't sacrifice too much in order to make this this special cocktail of starriness. Okay, so Ramada is the girl of the week. You watched that a number of times, so let's go in on the details. She is shooting star of darkest night, but she is a lightning unit. Ramada, Maiden of the Stars, she is going to be 100 cost, and she's Pierce unit, which, I don't know, like, are we ever going to get another weapon group besides Slash and Magic that is going to basically be able to contend with either of those? I hope so. I think what we need to get more of is, variety. Anyhow, here we go. She is an astrologer knight in service to King Mont of Leonis. She once fought in the 2nd Division, Calum, alongside Lilith, but has since left the battlefield under the guidance of the stars. After reuniting with her sister Moore in a village of astrologers referred to as the Sanctuary, she now faces new tribulations in the fight against the Realm Scourge. Yeah, that's another thing. Moore can't see stars anymore. So, I don't know, Ramada, you're the only one that can do this, supposedly. I think you might be on something a little bit. Well, no, I mean, yeah, I'm totally a believer. Whatever. Anyway, her main job is Astrolancer. It's a Vanguard Striker class, a job that can impair its foe's healing with a cross-shaped area attack that inflicts curse. Oh man, curse. While also being capable of consistently dealing high damage by increasing its area attack resistance piercing rate when Courage and Protect are in effect. And a lot of units these days have Courage. So there she goes. She's going to target you. Vanguard Striker class, Strider, or reverse that to say it correctly, is her sub-job. Job that is capable of raising the attack power of nearby allies and increasing its own defense piercing rate via its support ability, allowing it to deal damage to enemies with high defense. Alright, so she's going to be anti-physical, it looks like. Oh, except Spellblade is another sub-job for her. It's a Vanguard Magic Tank class, a job with high magical defense that can draw enemy attacks, so I spoke too soon. So yeah, what do we see right now? We're seeing a lot of physical, we're seeing a lot of magic. Oh wait, those are the only things in the game. So she's got a little, I guess, for either of them, depending on what you plan on targeting. I can't believe I keep drinking this concoction, but I do. I keep doing it. Her TMR will be the Lion Astrologer's Garb, if you hadn't noticed. A lot of the MR units specifically, got new outfits in the last few, well, more than that, I guess, story chapters. And it looks like they're all kind of rolling out. So here she is in her Lion astrologer's garb, a piece of traditional clothing from the village of astrologers, salvaged by Ramada when their sacred land was destroyed. Originally a rather plain garment, Ramada has taken great care to refreshen it using materials procured in Leonis, making it a representation of her sentiments both for Leonis and her lost homeland. Its fabric is uniquely perfumed, and if one passes closely enough by Ramada as she wears it, they may happen to catch its faint, sweet aromas. Okay, so she's maybe masking what she's actually drinking with her perfumed fabric. I'm just saying, astrologer's energy is the ability on this, and this is a shield TMR, by the way. It will bestow, AP auto restore of a small amount on allies when an area around self for 4 turns. So AoE AP restore. And this is very unique and interesting because, well, I don't know about you, but man, our like resident weirdo Sunil, the one that we got for free a couple weeks ago, that was real tough. That was tough for me to finally get her last 200 shards, and it was all about the AP auto restore. Thank you for everyone that gave tips about that in our Discord. That was very helpful. I finally got it. But so yeah, AP auto restore is no joke. Bells used to be like a staple of every team. We haven't really been kind of as high on the list lately. In fact, there's been a lot of characters or units, I should say, who you want to turn the TMR ability off on because this you're just not getting the buffs that you want if you leave it on. So this one is interesting though, and I can see a lot of applications, especially in PvE for that. Look at me having strategy opinions. Anyway, HP 332, agility of 5, crit of 18. That's nothing. Or that's not nothing. Defense of 5 and spirit of 10. So yeah, that's something you can see who can wear that and how interested you are in that. And she is like a permanent pull unit, so again, like that TMR is going to be permanent pull, so not again, but it will be. We can watch it from the start without all the nonsense around. Well, no, not it. This is just her. Let's watch her. Do her limit burst, and that is the Celestial Meteor Lance. It will raise her own physical damage for 3 turns, while dealing extra large damage to targets, so AoE within range, and have CT, and raises her own CT for a small amount. It's going to cost you 43 AP, so that's pretty expensive, but there's this little shape for you, if you saw that. So, anyhow, yeah, that's Ramada. The over-talkative, not talkative enough, person who talks to stars, or does she? We don't really know. But she's interesting, and she's got a new look, so if you're into lightning units, we've had a couple now that are jumping in, but I don't know. I think, all right, let me go read something. I always forget to read about these, because I want to know the whole story before. Shoot, I hate it when it does this. Obtain descending. This one, okay. Star Burial Spear plus, don't worry about the plus. I haven't made it yet because I'm still farming it. That's what I'm farming. Without my offhand energy. Anyway, it's got a little story. So I always forget to read these because they tell you a little bit more, right? Spear made from a meteorite that fell from the heavens, which Ramada salvaged alongside the garments of the astrologer's sanctuary when her home was brought to ruin. Its sacred power is so strong that not only was Ramada unable to wield it, the spear even impaired her ability to read the stars. Is that what impaired her ability, or what? She has since grown greatly after countless hard-fought battles, and now wields the spear with great expertise. Equipment type, spear. Anyway, okay, so now that we have the full picture of what she's been up to, and her impairment, and whatnot, let's go back to Ramada. We gotta just, well, I gotta decide. Since there's no we. Is she cool to pool? Oh, man. She's the maiden of the stars. You know what? She's cool to pool. She's cool to pool because, man, she's finally doing something different. And I guess, like, you could argue, like, well, yeah, maybe she's doing something different, but she's not doing it well. Or, well, maybe she is doing it well. I think she's doing it well. I think the buzz was that she's doing it well. But who's she going to do it with, right? That's always the question. But I do think that we really need to switch out of this, like, slasherson, slash every day, all day. I'm just getting it's just, it's getting monotonous. So you want to get in here and you want to pierce a couple things, you want to read the stars, drink your absinthe. I welcome that. Just a little, just to spice things up a bit. So yeah, Ramada, you're cool to pull. Do you want to get on my team now? That's gonna have to be up to tickets, because as you can see, my viz load is really, really sad. I took a hard hit by the last couple units that I pulled for. Shrek'd my viz. Shrek'd it bad. So that's kind of still recuperating. So if you want to pop up with tickets, or just, somewhere down the line, Ramada, I'd be happy to have you. But I certainly can't. I can't really put anything into you, even though I think you're pretty cool. Do I wish that you said more on things that are important? Yes, I absolutely do. So please take that note, and maybe with your new outfit, you'll take it to heart, and you'll be a little bit choosier with your words. So yeah, I would appreciate that. So am I going to see stars tonight? I don't know. The night's still young. And I only have to drink this weird concoction until it's gone, and then I can move on to better things. But I hope you are enjoying whatever you're enjoying. And oh, thank you for the sweet, kind comments off my last vid about my lady status, and that's nice. So yeah, thank you. And what else? Our girl thought it. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go watch some more murder mysteries, and peer out my window and figure out who's next on the list, and solve it. So that's what I got going on tonight, and I hope you enjoy yourself in whatever you're doing, and get yourself lost in your own entertainments. All right. So on that note, I will get my awkward goodbye out of the way and say cheers.